guys, welcome to episode 2 of UNAM in the Morning. I am your host, Ndesha Felashgukuma, or you can call me Ndeshi or Piggy. Oink, oink, let's get it. Guys, I just feel like you guys deserve the biggest round of applause, and you will get it because... Thank you guys for commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please continue doing that. We love you so much. We from the UNAM TV. Let's keep connecting with UNAM TV, right? Guys, let's get everybody to subscribe on those digital platforms because why are they not here? Meh? Anyways, let's get right into our first story, right? We have the launch of the early intervention video. So let me give you a brief background story on the launch of the video. So the University of Eastern Finland, the University of Namibia, alongside UNAM Cares, launched a video titled The Early Intervention in Family Violence, right? So the video is aimed to capture the experiences and practices in addressing family violences in our communities. I watched the video. I found it very educational, very informative. I don't want to say too much about the video. The link will be down in our description box and do check it out. Let's talk about environmental stewardship all the way up in the north at the Hifikepunye Pohamba campus. The Save the Earth from A to Z student volunteer group recently organized a highly successful cleanup campaign. Their motto is both profound and very inspiring, and I feel like should be motivation to all the other students to get our campuses clean, right? Yeah. I feel like agriculture is the next big thing because tell me why the second Ruforontanial Conference was held in Windhoek, Namibia for the very first time. I'm talking about the second Ruforontanial Conference because UNAM was part of the hosting institutions alongside the government of Namibia, NAS and IUM. The agricultural conference was aimed to drawing Africa's greatest agricultural minds to engage in crucial discussions such as food resilience, sustainable farming, and the advancement of agriculture across the continent. This landmark of event brought together a remarkable assembly of leaders. This was 7 ministers, 170 vice chancellors, a host of dignitaries, policy makers, and researchers, all united under one powerful call to action.
Forum Triennial Conference under the theme Operationalizing Higher Agricultural Education and Research Ecosystems for Innovation, Industrialization, and Economic Development in Africa, a call for action.
They had dynamic sessions and workshops, which I was privileged to attend a few, where participants explored innovative approaches to agriculture, including the role of technology in agriculture, the policy frameworks to support rural development, and food resilience. These discussions are paving the way to a more resilient and self-sufficient agricultural future for Africa. I don't know about you, but it excites me because I feel like our country has so much potential in terms of agriculture. I'm so keen to see what is next. On to our next story, the UNAM Cultural Festival 2024, an annual event that aims to promote cultural diversity and cultural inclusion. This means vibrant dancing, dashing outfits, and not to forget my favorite part, the food. This is a 4-day event that started from the 4th to the 7th of September 2024. The event kick-started off with the official opening, followed by a few sports games and around the fire talk at the Komasdal campus. Let me not forget the Mr. and Mrs. UNAM Main Campus 2024, and it ended with a solely gospel show at the Hage Gengop campus, right? I had so much fun at this year's cultural festival. I mean, trying out the different cuisines, interacting with the students. I met so many people, and I'm so excited for next year's cultural festival. Guys, as you might have seen or heard, it's been a rough year in the political space here on the UNAM grounds, right? Wait, I feel like we'll need tea for this one. Hallelujah, bring us the tea.
Your favorite, George.
Hello. Guys, my team is very much on point, right? But back to why we are here, Right? So a little background story is there's been a few political societies that wanted to host events on campus, a few successful and a few unsuccessful, because this came to the attention of the university, and the university slash management temporarily banned political events on campus, right? And this caused a lot of unrest where we witnessed students singing and marching despite the ban. And other parties retaliated by closing off the gates of the university. Ish! Aye. It was hectic. It was like all over the media. But here to tell us more, joining me in studio today is Mr. Simon Namesho, the UNAM's spokesperson. Right? Good morning, Mr. Namesho.
Good morning, Deshi.
You are actually one of our first official guests. How do you feel being in the UNAM studio? UNAM TV studio.
Okay, it's an honor. Of course, your viewers won't be seeing this, of course, in the background, but you guys have a nice studio in here.
Thank you. So perhaps you could maybe tell us a bit more about yourself and like your UNAM journey, just anything.
Okay, all right. No, thanks. Well, I'm also a UNAM product. That's for sure. That's for one. I did what you call a BCom, a Bachelor of Commerce, majored in accountancy and business management.
Okay.
And then I went to Stellenbosch University, came back, and then did a postgraduate again with the University of Namibia. And so far I've been loving it. I have the privilege of joining the university, and so far it has just been a pure pleasure.
Okay, that's actually quite good. So, when you were a UNAM student, was there political activities happening on campus? Anything?
Oh yeah. No, it was a live wire. The university has always been a live wire when it comes to political activities or related activities to politics. It's such a diverse space. Firstly, especially the main campus where you have there's a subject itself of political studies. So there's always a live wire here about political things.
That moves into the question of when exactly and what brought about the ban, the political ban.
Yeah, that's true. The ban came into effect this year in April.
Okay.
And look, this is actually a temporary measure which was put in place by the university because I think there's a whole change in landscape on how politics are going on, especially on campus, the dynamics. Political parties that are currently in existence were not there a couple of years back.
Okay.
And the new ones are really bringing a new dynamics. And the involvement even of students is also very different compared to back then.
Yeah.
So I think the whole element ties to the element of risk and liability. All right, so I think the university has a responsibility to students who are within its space, also has to manage risks when it comes to different activities, and one of them that can really be of different nature is the political activities on campuses. So that one was then to say, because of all this changed landscape, let's have a temporary ban so that we can get our house in order, have a policy, have a directive, have a procedures on how to manage some of these activities. So as soon as that's done, and I believe it has come to a very close conclusion now, that's now when they'll say it's been lifted and there are clear guidelines on how to accommodate all this.
We've seen a few disruptions on campus. Just wanted to know if the university has anything in place to mitigate these disruptions.
Yeah. I think they are guided strongly by student conduct if it's within the student space. If it's of course staff, it's by staff policy, administrative policy on the staff side.
Okay.
So on the student side, yes, it's guided by that as well as by the events policy of the university.
Okay.
So all those are guided within that. So if you fall outside that, then that's when they say, okay, you have trespassed here or this policy, please come back or rectify this.
Okay.
Also, I think if it has to do with students, there is also this issue of, I think there's a hostels policy as well. There's also policies around the societies, which is now done under the student leadership structure. There's also some other areas which are managed and guided by the student parliament. So all these bodies all have their own how to guide their activities. And if somebody goes beyond those guidelines, what are then the measures put in place to correct it?
Okay. I think we had the biggest question, which was, is there any hopes of the band being raised, anything like that? And I think I got it when you said a few years from now, just after the university gets everything into place, and then will get a...
Yeah, no, absolutely, and you probably be hearing it here first to say yes, that policy is indeed concluded.
Okay.
Just a matter of now the university making sure that everything is, before it then says has been lifted, it must make sure that everything is it has its ducks in a row, and then it can announce. I think hopefully by this year or early next year, who knows? Even by this year, they still come out and say the ban has been lifted on these policy activities.
Okay, I feel we've done justice to the students hearing from you today. So anything you'd want to say to the students, anything at all?
I think it's such a very exciting year. It has so many dynamics going on, and I think I wanted to touch on also, especially on the mental health issues for students. I think that's very important, and I always reflect on my era in terms of when I was at varsity compared to now, the different things. And I think if you go back, the youth of 30 years back or 40 years back in Namibia, what were they going through? It's probably not the same what current youth are going through. So I just wanted to recognize what they do go through, and that they should find avenues. What does that mean? You can go, if you're at varsity, of course, you can go to speak to our DSA. There are different counselors there. And I think what works mostly is if your peers, your friends, I think that's a very, very big start. And I think one thing I want to caution students is just to say, you never know what other person is going through, especially now of late, of recent years. So be mindful of what you say. Be thankful, be saying please and whatnot. So all those small things, I think goes to go a long way, because I've seen it when one student just says something not so okay about one, but they don't know what the other one is going through.
Yeah, true.
And sometimes I had the privilege of knowing what the other person is going through. I correct them to say, look, this particular person is going through this. So just take it slow, be easy on the person. So I think having that humane aspect, that's my message to the students. Take it easy and have a great time on campus.
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing words from Mr. Simon Namesho. Okay, guys, just to take you down memory lane, we're taking you all the way back to the UNAM Welcoming Bash. I'm handing over to our entertainment correspondent, Teklaka Tupo.
A very good evening. I'm your host, Tekla. We are here at the stadium at the UNAM Bash. This is the official bash of the year to welcome all the UNAM students to the 2024 academic year. This event was organized by the SRC for the students to have fun, socialize and network, and also to create a positive memories throughout their university journey. There will be DJs like DJ Spunza, artists like One Blood, and also a very special one all the way from South Africa, Kamo Mphela. It's cold in here, but we are about to turn on the heat with some moves.
Well, we just wanted to twin.
We sort of wanted to twin.
We wanted to twin.
Yeah.
And we are basic.
Very basic.
I'm here with the one and only Spunza. So how is your evening?
My evening is fine. How's yours?
I'm good too. So who is Spunza beyond music?
This is just a kid from the block, man. Bamboo Location came up as a DJ. Before I was a DJ, I was a dancer, you know, just following his passion. This is where it got me.
Yeah, UNAM is always a vibe.
Yeah, UNAM is always a vibe.
UNAM is always a vibe.
Many times if you're studying nursing, you never see the law students, you never see the science students. So it's just a platform where we can all come together and really engage.
That was it, guys, from UNAM Bash 2024. It was a fun and unforgettable event.
Okay guys, so looking at the video, you can see that I was in the front row, meaning best believe I had the time of my life. Guys, I'm telling you, it was awesome. It was great. The food was nice. The music was great. The performances were awesome. Definitely looking forward to next year's Welcoming UNAM Bash. Moving on to some exciting sports highlights. Here is more from Marlon Kwatsida.
Hey there, sports fans. Malong Kwatsida here to bring you all things sports here at the UNAM main campus and beyond. So today we're looking back at the action-packed semester we had. You know, the action shots, the victories, everything sports, guys, on this campus. So sit tight as we rewind the highlights of everything sports this semester. So let's kick things off with the preseason cup. The competition was fierce, but in the end it's People FC who clinched the title. They brought their A game, showing everyone how it's done and setting the tone for an intense semester of sports. Moving on to the UNAM home league. You know, the semester was packed with 14 nail-biting games. Pamozi took the league by storm again, you know, grabbing the title 3 times in a row. Right on their heels was the powerhouse Military Science, with Nyanga West securing 3rd place. It's safe to say this season was for the history books. Now for the President's Cup, the showdown we all waited for. Nyanga West came out on the top, taking down Pamozi FC to claim the President's Cup title. Pamozi finished strong in the 2nd place, and Military Science rounded out the top 3. This semester truly belonged to Nyanga West, Pamozi, and Military Science, each team bringing the fire. And a huge congratulations to everyone who took home the individual awards: the player of the season, goalkeeper of the season, the most disciplined team. You all deserved a big round of applause for the dedication and hard work. All right, that's a wrap for today's sports recap. You know, remember, stay sporty, stay active, stay fit. Malong Kwatsida, over and out.
So that was it from our sports correspondent, Marlon Kwatsida. She'll be back with many more sports highlights in the upcoming episodes. Okay guys, so we're at that time again when the episode has to end. I'm gonna miss you guys. But this episode was quite informative, guys. I feel like we had a lot to learn from the interview, from the news in general. Yeah, guys. So I'll be looking forward to your engagement in the comment section. Guys, this is probably the saddest part ever. But from me and UNAM in the morning, it is bye-bye. And stay tuned, lovies, because I will definitely be back.